Hello, my friends. Today's episode might be the hardest one I have ever recorded. I kept coming back to the camera, recording, deleting again and again. Sometimes my eyes were filled with tears, and when I rewatched the footage, I was shocked how much pain I saw in myself. This is my 8th attempt. This episode and the next one are the most hardest, the most honest, the most open, and the most soul-bearing I have ever made. On this channel, I share my journey of my self-transformation. And right now, I'm going through the most painful part, the process of completely letting go of the past and stepping into the higher level of awareness and life perception. Here I speak about my life, about my experience, about my pain, my tears, my fear, and my unwavering belief in myself. Hi, my son. The last 3 months, from April to July, were pure hell. I thought I had already been through hell this year. Not this year, last year, when I was stuck in Russia with my child. But that was still solvable. What I have realized just a few weeks ago, what's been happening to me from early 2022 until July 2025 has opened a door of my soul I never thought I would have to walk through. What I am about to share is based entirely on my personal story, my experience, and undeniable evidence. I am sharing this with an open heart, and if it helps even one person on the planet, then this story has done its job. Do you believe in black magic? I didn't. I denied it. I was absolutely convinced that such satanic things simply did not exist. I have been very skeptical. I never trusted astrologers, tarot readers, ritualists, and all those rituals like put a glass of water under the full moon kind of things. I would have never spoken about this on my channel, but I had to admit that I was wrong. And I had to admit that this exists, and I had to ask for help. A few years ago, I started suddenly feeling a sharp pain. It was gynecological pain. Every single day, around the same time, the pain would come. It lasted for over a year and a half. Sometimes accompanied by a fever or random high temperature. I went to doctors. I did every test imaginable, in the United States and in Russia. I had second opinion, third opinion, fifth opinion, and everyone said the same: you're healthy. Eventually, I had surgery, and when I brought the results to my doctor in Russia, she looked at me and said, "You know, Oksana, you were operated and treated for something that does not exist. You're healthy." That was a moment. It started to hit me. The issue wasn't physical. It was energetic. It was black magic. I started to recover in 2024. I even had a pretty good year, but in early 2025, it all started again. I could barely walk because I started to experience a severe pain in my hips. My throat and ligaments itched when I spoke. I had to take strong painkillers to function. My hair fell out. I couldn't sleep. For over 3 months, I was in a near constant emotional breakdown. It felt like an invisible force was blocking every step I tried to take. And once again, doctors found nothing. You are healthy, Oksana. Just enjoy the life. That's when I had to finally accept and admit that black magic force is real. I learned that there are countless ways to inflict harm on others energetically. Rituals, spells, curses, manipulation of consciousness. I had to face the terrifying reality that someone had done this to me deliberately, but I also knew one thing clearly. I would help myself. I found a spiritual protector, someone who helped me to understand what had really been happening with me over the past few years. They laid it out clearly. I saw the dark energies that had surrounded me, and I cut them off through faith, prayer, and the conviction that I am under a powerful divine protection. Yes, it was a voodoo maid. Yes, I was cursed, and that's the truth. But after just a few sessions with the right person, the very next day, the first time I could sleep 12 hours for 4 months, and a week later, the pain was gone. I felt light again. I felt like me again. And now I want to say this to anyone who practices black magic. What you do always comes back threefold. Think about it. For me personally, using black magic is absolutely forbidden thing. But I had to dive into that world just to protect myself, just a little, to understand how to help myself and how to survive. Now my sleep is peaceful, the pain is gone, my hair is growing back. My doctors are telling me they asked, where did the pain go, Oksana? We don't know. You're healthy. Like, you are healthy. Enjoy your life. So I do. I live, I breathe, I protect myself with prayer. I walk in the light. And if you ever feel like your consciousness is changing, like something unseen is blocking you, listen to that feeling. Don't drink strange teas. Don't inhale smoke from candles or herbs you don't understand. Stay away from people who play with darkness. This topic touches directly on my personal life, and I will open up more in the next video, in the next episode. Letting go of the past, I will speak honestly about what my life looked like a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago, how not to live, how to walk away in time and save yourself. In the past year and a half, my view of life has completely transformed. Everything I have survived has become the foundation of deep inner growth. And today I can say, with complete honesty, I am one of the happiest person on the earth. I no longer live in pain. I don't feed off resentment. I don't let fear guide my decisions. I chose myself. I chose a life filled with light, meaning, depth, and freedom. I have learned to read the signs of the universe, to hear my inner voice, to trust my intuition. Every day is a gift. Every person I meet reflects my inner harmony. Every challenge is not a punishment, it's a growth. The past no longer controls me. I am not running from it. I simply walked out of that room and closed the door. Now in front of me is a wide, open space of possibilities, and I walk forward, light, conscious, and grateful, because I know happiness is not a destination. Happiness is my path. Ты все это время записывала, что ли?